Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine. Today, the same story continuation we are going to learn. We have already learned that Dadaji was very upset because somebody had stolen his pumpkin and he was very much treasuring it, valuing it because past 15 years he was the one getting the first prize for growing such lovely big beautiful vegetable. So every time in the village contest he won, and this year he was hoping that he will get the prize, and he was every day watching over it. Then suddenly one day morning, what happens? It was lost. Somebody has stolen it, and they were suspecting it was Mr. Kapoor's. They have taken. But when they went to their house, they could not find anything. Okay, so now continuation. The Lost Pumpkin, part 2. You can guess what followed. Mr. Kapoor turned red and purple with anger. When he came to know that when Dadaji was talking to Mr. Kapoor, and Rohit and Soumya went around to the house looking out for the pumpkin, the servant got angry. He suspected, and he told Mr. Kapoor, "See, they are suspecting that we have stolen the pumpkin." So he was red and purple with anger. That means a way of saying very angry. The children did not know what to say, and Dadaji was now very worried. They returned home feeling sad because they could not find the pumpkin in Mr. Kapoor's house. Dadaji went into his room. It was already noon, and the children were hungry as they had not eaten anything since morning. "Let's go to Matru Halwai's shop," said Rohit. "Yes, hot samosas and halwa," agreed Soumya, and off they went on Rohit's bicycle. So this is the scene. Morning, when Soumya wakes up from the bed itself, from that time they were very busy. And they are very upset. Dadaji went into his room to take rest. These two wanted to go to Matru. It's a shop run by a person named Matru. And they wants to go and eat samosa and halwa there. Matru welcomed them. He was very proud to be known as the best halwa in town. So everybody knows. Now, for example, when we say Tirunelveli, we say, alva. The alva that's made there is lovely, very tasty, like that. No, like that. Everybody, Matru shop means everybody knows he makes lovely alva in town. Now, while the children were eating, two boys appeared carrying a huge bundle. When Soumya and Rohit were sitting and eating, they saw two boys coming into the shop. "Shall we begin work on this?" they asked Matru. Matru suddenly turned pale. That means when you are afraid, when you are frightened, your face color changes. Like that, he became white and scolded them. He shouted, "You fools!" Like that, he was shouting, "You fools! Why did you bring this here? Take it home at once." Like that, he was shouting at the boys. As the boys turned to go, the bundle slipped and opened, and out rolled a pumpkin. Rohit and Soumya looked in horror. That means they were very much terrified to see what was coming from the bundle. It was their pumpkin with their black cross mark on it. "Stop!" cried the children, but the boys ran into Matru's kitchen. By now, it was clear that the thief was Matru. Wasn't he famous for his pumpkin halwa? The best in town? Matru tried to explain, but the children ran after the boys. They went skipping over ladoos and burfis till they reached the back door. The boys were trying to run away with the pumpkin in a cycle rickshaw. Rohit quickly hopped onto his bicycle with Soumya behind him and raced through the traffic. Raced means went very fast in the traffic. Nearing the rickshaw, Soumya caught hold of the handlebar and shouted, "Stop, stop, or I'll call the police." This frightened the rickshaw puller, who stopped, but the boys ran away. Rohit quickly caught the pumpkin just as it was about to fall to the ground. Then, leaving the bicycle, he got onto the rickshaw. Followed by Samya on the bicycle, they returned home. Dadaji was very happy to see his pumpkin. They were just in time for the vegetable contest where, of course, their pumpkin won the first prize. On the way back home, the children told their grandfather the whole story. That evening, they had a visitor. "Oh, Matru, please forgive me, sir," he said, bowing his head before Dadaji. "Such a beautiful pumpkin. You see, sir, my daughter is getting married. I wanted it to I wanted it to make the best halwa for the wedding feast. If you had only asked me, I would have given it to you," Dadaji told him firmly. Then he smiled. "You can still have it, but on one condition." As the children held their breath, he said, "The halwa should be as nice as my pumpkin." So that's all. The story is over. This is a story written by Deepa Agarwal. Now fill in the blanks with words from the lesson. Mr. Kapoor was filled with anger. While they were eating, two boys appeared carrying a huge bundle. Soumya and Rohit looked in horror when the bundle slipped and opened. Soumya caught the handlebar of the rickshaw. This frightened the rickshaw puller. That evening, they had a visitor who asked Dadaji to forgive him. So, for this fill in the blanks, please learn the spellings for the words. Read the story, learn the new word and the meaning. In the next class, we will write the book exercise. Have a good day, children. Bye.